talking about hockey and people checking each other. It was similar to that last night in the presidential
Sure was.
debate, the third one, and I've lost all respect for the majority of the people on that stage. I think they should almost stop having debates because I like everybody less every time I watch them because it's just child's play. Other than Kasich, who ought to be the guy that I wish he would have gotten more press earlier on so that he could have. I mean, he was the only guy that looked presidential.
Well, yeah. I don't know if he looks presidential, but he sure has the.
He has the demeanor to be,
yeah,
versus the kids next door.
When they first started and they asked the first round of questions, and they always ask Trump the first question, and that's fine. And he actually answered the question without making any snide remarks. And I thought, oh, great, someone must have talked to these guys because they're just going to answer the questions. And then the next question goes to Rubio or Cruz, doesn't matter which one, and they immediately can't help it. They do this snipe attack at Trump, right? And then it goes to the other side, and then he takes a snipe attack at Trump. Well, then the wheels come off because Trump is he goes off the rail then. So then it's the next 2 hours of noise, with every once in a while.
And there's periods of time where it was just out of control, just like the last debate
McDonald Construction's located in Apple Valley. That's our main office. Excuse me. Right across the street from Paradise Car Wash.
Okay.
And
okay.
The owner is Bob McDonald. He's been in business since 1978.
78. That's a long time. So, your construction company then is do new builds, remodeling, or what kind of work do you do?
Our primary focus has always been new construction.
Okay.
There's been many years that people would contact McDonald Construction and request remodeling, or we've built many houses without finished basements. They contact us, can you come back and finish our basement? And we just say, no, we don't do that.
Okay.
Sorry, but our primary focus is custom new homes.
Okay.
Well, in the 90s, the new home business didn't, it wasn't what it once was, and it was dwindling, and so we decided to capitalize on some of that remodeling that we passed on over the years. And so we started the remodeling division.
When was that? How do you deal with that with people? They come in and they've got a lot of ideas of what they want, and there's the budget word. So do you start from there, or how do you engage that conversation with people?
The first thing I do is bluntly I ask them their budget, because we're not doing them any favors or us any favors to lead them down this dream path and find out they're going to be $50,000 over. So I use an example of a couple of years ago where I designed a home for somebody, met their budget. They came in later and said, oh, well, we have 100,000 more.
Well,
they started adding 2 feet there, 4 feet here. Next thing you know, I would have designed the home differently.
Right.
And I felt like the home was compromised because of that. And so our goal is really to meet their budget or even come under it a little bit. And we start with a level, a nice package level, meaning that you have to start somewhere. This is what we do. We offer 5 1/4 trim standard custom cabinets, granite countertops, what have you. You can go up, you can go down.
But this
it's your choice.
It's a standard feature, a starting point.
This is a starting point.
You've got Minnesota is lucky. Here in Minnesota we've got, and we're talking about Minnesota numbers here, so they're local numbers. We've got good employment figures. The jobs that we have here are as good as the jobs that we had, a few years ago. We do have a high labor or a lower labor participation rate in Minnesota than we had 5 years ago. So we do have more people who have chosen to go out of the labor market, which means those people are not in the market to buy a house. What really means is they're not in the market to sell a house. They're staying put. And then you take that into consideration with the other uncertainty. Look at the stock market, up, down, sideways,
ugly,
all over the place.
Flat
the disconnect between that and low interest rates and the political environment that we're in right now, all of that together creates a lot of uncertainty, and with that, people tend to just stay put. In terms of they're not moving because of the want tos. They're moving now. We find our people are moving because of more a need-based lifestyle change, those kinds of things. It's the have-to moves, rather than, gee, it would be nice to get a bigger house. But if you don't really need a bigger house and the house that you have services you just fine, then they're not putting their home on the market, which means that the new person that's coming into the market doesn't have anything to buy, hence the low inventory.
Get that Rack Shack attack, Rack Shack barbecue.